This video is brought to you by America First Insight. Help support the growing conservative movement by becoming a member today. And if you want to support this channel, you can also use the code REAL when becoming a member. Thank you and enjoy the video. Well, to the surprise to absolutely no one, the city of Los Angeles is on fire. And I think everyone, including myself, we were expecting this at some point, some kind of mass demonstration, civil unrest over President Trump's actions with mass deportations, because let's cut the BS. The Democrat Party, they were pushing for violence, they were pushing for civil unrest, and it finally boiled over in Los Angeles a couple days ago, and holy crap. I don't think anyone was expecting the scale of the civil unrest that we're seeing in LA right now. And not for something you would think makes sense. No, they're doing this because ICE agents pulled up and they're trying to deport some very bad illegal aliens. We're not talking about just some person that just crossed the border 5 minutes ago. No, the people that they're defending here, they are literal criminals. Not just for crossing the border illegally, they have broken the law several times. And the left, for whatever reason, decided to say, you know what, let's riot and burn down Los Angeles for these people. Now, before we continue with today's video, guys, I need you to like and share this video right now. This is the best way to support the content. It helps the video out with the algorithm. And of course, if you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button right now. Another great way to support the content. But enough of the promotional stuff. We have to talk about Los Angeles because holy crap. I was expecting something like this to happen because the left, they've been going insane for years. The last couple of months especially, it's clear they've been pushing for more violence. They've been getting more radical over the dumbest of things. And it boiled over in Los Angeles a couple days ago over illegal immigrants. I just can't get over this. They're not doing this for something that makes sense. They're not doing this over something that some people might support. No, they are rioting, looting, burning stuff over illegal aliens being deported. And we're not talking about some, people that crossed the border 5 minutes ago and they're perfectly innocent, they're with their families. No, here's some of the people they arrested. You have somebody that was convicted of sexual assault, a gang member convicted of sexual battery and theft, previously deported gang member convicted of assault with a deadly weapon, and convicted of assault causing great bodily injury. Man, what a great list of winners right there. Isn't this great that you have a party in America, the second biggest party in America right now, protesting, promoting violence, rioting for these people? They're not even supposed to be here. But on top of that, they're criminals. They are actual criminals, not just for breaking the law and crossing the border, which is bad enough. These people has sexual assault charges. They were already deported. They were convicted of assault. Yet the Democrat Party, they are rioting right now for these people. You just can't make this up. And they wonder why their approval rating right now is at like 35% at best. Really, it's closer to 21% and like 15%. But either way, the Democrat Party, they are tripling down on this crap. They are tripling down on this insanity. And President Trump, in the last 72 hours, it seems like he learned his lesson from 2020. Everyone remembers what happened then. In the summer of 2020, aka the summer of love, you had stuff getting blown up, stuff was on fire, people were looting. It was awful. And President Trump, for no reason, for no good reason, he did nothing. To this day, I don't get why he did nothing about it. I would argue that if President Trump did something about the riots back then, he would have won in 2020. It would have been close, but I do think that's what really cost the election. Yeah, you had COVID, the economy wasn't good, I get that. But I really believe that the riots the summer of 2020, that killed Trump at the end of the day. It did just enough where Biden was able to barely win. If it wasn't for that, more than likely, he would have won. But either way, 2020 happened and it hurt Trump. Well, it looks like President Trump, he learned his lesson. He realized, oh, wait a minute, that was stupid back then. And now, it's the summer of 2025. This is a big moment for Trump. He has to prove that he is serious about fixing this country, cleaning up states like California, and he is not pissing around. As yesterday, he sent in the National Guard. Even though Gavin Newsom and the Democrat Party, they were obstructing, you can't make this up, they were obstructing this. It's insane. But President Trump said, screw you, I'm going to send in the National Guard. I think he sent in 2,000 or whatever, which I want more. But even then, he sent in the National Guard into LA. He's not pissing around right now. He's saying, no, we're going to clean up LA right now. We're going to stop this from escalating even further. We're sending in the National Guard. And that's good. That's a lesson learned from 2020. Don't let the riots escalate. End the crap ASAP, because if you don't, this stuff's going to spread, and it's going to get even worse. They're already firebombing stuff. They're already burning stuff, and it would get 100 times worse if you don't stop it now. And it's not just for a week or whatever. Apparently, the National Guard will be in LA for 60 days. And it's not just with deal with the civil unrest. No. Apparently, they're going to work with ICE in deporting more illegals. Yeah. So it's not just dealing with civil unrest, but also helping ICE deporting more people in LA. Good. It's about time you start using the National Guard for that purpose. It's good. And apparently, if things escalate even further, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, he announced last night that, hey, the Marines are on standby. We may actually send in the Marines into LA if things get even worse. And if that happens, they're going to clean up that city in 5 minutes. You send in the Marines, they're not going to piss around. That city would be clean in 5 minutes. I think he should already. After what happened late last night with all the fires, with the looting, I think he should. But the fact that they're even considering sending in the Marines, it's clear. They learned. They realized, you got to stop this now. If you let this escalate even further, it's already insurrection, what's happening here. It is. If you escalate it even further, it's going to get worse. 100 times worse. It's going to spread across all of California, probably in other states like New York, and that would be awful. So yeah, it's good that they're standing their ground and saying, no, we're going to clean up LA, screw Gavin Newsom, screw Mayor Bass of LA. They're doing nothing. I mean, look at the police of LA. They're being told to stand down and do nothing, and they're like running away from the criminals. It's crazy. But Trump doesn't care. He's just saying, okay, if you're not going to do your damn jobs, I want to send in the National Guard. Screw Gavin Newsom. He's not going to do anything. In fact, I would argue that what's happening right now, this killed any political future for Newsom. How do you come back from this? How do you come back from the riots in LA right now that are getting awful? And for the dumbest of things, this is insane that the Democrat Party, they're going to die on this hill of protecting these illegals and stopping ICE. I mean, just a couple days ago before the riots happened, you and Hakeem Jeffries basically admit to the world that, oh yeah, we're going to try to dox ICE agents. Huh? Being a part of ICE is a very dangerous job, and these dumbasses on the left, they want to dox ICE agents. This happened a couple days before, but it's clear, the Democrat Party as a whole, they're escalating things even further. They want chaos, they want riots, it's getting bad. But the thing is, I really believe that no matter what happens the next couple of days, the Democrat Party, they have lost the optics war. They have lost the optics war, and even people on the right that are supportive of open borders and mass immigration, they've lost. Because, holy crap, the pictures coming out of LA right now, it's a bad look for Democrats. There's no other way to put it. I mean, look at this. These people that are rioting and burning stuff, you notice anything strange? These people don't have the American flag. None of them are waving the American flag around. No, they're waving the flag of Mexico, of Guatemala, of whatever. Like, it doesn't matter what country it is. They are waving the foreign flags, and at the same time, they're burning the American one. Do these people sound loyal to you? And that's the problem. That's a problem that a lot of people are realizing right now. A lot of these immigrants, not all of them, but a decent chunk of them, they are not loyal whatsoever. They have zero loyalty to America. And I should be clear about one thing. The problem isn't that they have the Mexico flag. Listen, if you want to celebrate your heritage or whatever and have a flag representing your heritage, good. I don't care. That's not the problem. The problem is these people are not being loyal to America. It seems like they're more loyal to, say, Mexico. Which is strange because if they love Mexico or Guatemala so much, why don't they move back? Move back to Mexico. It's as if they don't want to move there, which is strange because they love it so much. Do you not see the problem here? These people don't have loyalty. They're not just celebrating their heritage, which, if that's the case, I don't care. But it's clear they're not doing that in this case. They're burning stuff. They're burning the American flag, waving around foreign flags. This looks like an invasion. It's an invasion of people. And these are military-aged men. They're not people that are like 80 years old. These are young men that are waving around flags of foreign countries. It's as if they're in Mexico. Like, oh, I gotta be patriotic for Mexico. Huh? You're in the United States of America, and you're being patriotic for a foreign country? Really? That's the problem here. It's not that they're celebrating their heritage. Listen, you can have whatever flag you want. If you're Irish, if you have the Irish flag, okay. But don't go around waving it like, oh, look at me. I love Ireland. I hate America. No, don't do that. And it's clear that's what a lot of people in LA right now, they're doing. They're just public about it. They just don't care. And I think it's a good time to deport everybody. If you're not loyal to America, bye. Adios. You hate America so much, leave. You notice that these people, they hate America, they think it's awful, they love countries like Mexico, move there. You notice they don't do that? They treat our country like dirt. They don't care, they're not loyal. It's time we start deporting every illegal, and I believe it's a perfect opportunity to cut back on legal immigration, because legal immigration causes mess too. Not just illegal. Illegal made it worse, yeah, but the mass legal immigration really caused this mess. Not all of it, but we have imported so many people every single year. And a good chunk of these people, they are not assimilating. They're not assimilating to America, and that's the biggest problem. They don't have loyalty. They don't care, which is insane. Like, seriously, you come to America seeking a better life, and you're not loyal to us? You're not loyal to America? Really? That's why I believe it's time we have to cut back on legal immigration. We need net zero migration. That means stop importing millions of people every single year. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying that we should ban people from Mexico, or no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, however, is, hey, should we really be importing this many people every single year? It doesn't matter where they're from. We should not be importing this many people every single year. It's not sustainable. It's clear from the last 60 years, it hasn't worked. This system we got, which we've had since the 60s, it's a disaster. It failed. It does not work whatsoever. We need to cut back on legal immigration now. Not just illegal, which that's part of it, but cut back on legal immigration. Cut it to net zero. And make sure these people assimilate. And if they don't, bye. If you're not going to assimilate into America, go. If you don't respect our country, just get out of here. I don't see how this is insane. We've done this for decades. But ever since the 60s and 70s, we've just moved away from that. We've started more and more garbage immigration policy. It doesn't work. It's clear it's hurting everybody. So yeah, I think it's a good time to cut back on legal immigration, start deporting people, and have real assimilation. And for those that say, oh, we've never done that, not true. We did that for decades. But ever since the 60s and 70s, we moved away from that. We started having mass immigration for decades. It's not sustainable. It's clear in LA right now, it's becoming a war zone right now. In large part because of the immigration system we've had for decades. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.